2 belts on the line, you know, a ticket to the final of this prestigious tournament. This is the biggest fight of my career.
What we do know is, in terms of what is your punching speed, is incredible. You can punch faster or more punches than anybody on the planet, it seems, at the moment. You could be a Marvel superhero, which is just extraordinary. But equally, as George Groves said when he commented on this, I'd rather hit you once with a really good punch than 11 times in a minute with a punch that doesn't hurt. And we know, because Mike Murray said that George Groves hits harder than Triple G, and he's got a big old punch, isn't he?
Yeah, well, there's many aspects to the sport of boxing. Power is one of them, but I believe speed is key. Speed is something that you can use against your opponent to completely overwhelm him. So for every 1 punch George throws, I plan on throwing 5, 6, 7 punches. And that 1 punch that he does throw, yes, he will be trying to knock me out with that punch, but this chin here doesn't have an off button. He's not going to be able to knock me out. So in terms of points, he will never be able to beat me. And I believe I have the power to stop him. So I'm very confident.
How important is exactly the language that you're using and the psychological mind games?
It's very important. You know, there is always a war of words, a war of mentality leading up to a fight. And I believe I'm winning that. You know, we had a press conference a little while back, and he seemed very agitated, very negative.
Hey yo, E-King Fight News here. We're back at it talking the World Boxing Super Series Super Middleweight Semifinal. George Groves squares off against Chris Eubank Jr. This is going to be an awesome fight. I mean, both of these guys are legit punchers. Groves is a maniac when it comes to punch volume. The speed he has on his punches is unreal. And George Groves, I mean, he's got power in both ends. He nearly knocked out Carl Froch in that first fight. In that first round, knocked him down, had him on Queer Street. And Chris Eubank, I mean, he took an early loss to Billy Joe Saunders. From the looks of it, he's learned a ton off of that. And he might be on his way into taking over the super middleweight division post Andre Ward, moving up to 175. I mean, the only other champion I think is Zurdo Rodriguez. And who else is in the super middleweight division? I think everyone else is tied up in the World Boxing Super Series. And there's going to be some unifications going on, which is excellent news. Yeah, that's right. And the winner of this fight I believe will face the winner of Jürgen Bräumer versus Callum Smith. So this feels like the final to me. I mean, this fight as a semifinal, I think the winner is going to come out of this bracket. So, you know, Eubank Jr., he's keeping it 100. He believes George Groves will not be able to knock him out at all. He thinks his chin is 100% able and ready to take any shots Groves has in store for him. And you know, you have to respect the confidence. Chris Eubank, he has the lineage of a champion, and he's got the physical ability. His mindset is right, man. I think he's just a fresher fighter. George Groves has taken several losses where Eubank is still in the zone where, you know, he took one loss early by decision, you know, never been knocked out, never been stopped. And that fight could have gone either way with Billy Joe Saunders. I mean, he got the raw end of a stick. That happens in boxing, and you move on from it. I mean, he's not a middleweight anymore. So, you know, he just might be waiting on those guys to move up as well, because who knows? He might get that rematch in the future. But what he's doing right now in the World Boxing Super Series, Eubank's been stopping everybody impressively. And if he can stop George Groves, that'll make a statement. That'll make a huge statement about where Chris Eubank Jr. is in his career. He believes he does have all the advantages in the fight. So let's check out some of his quotes here. And shout out the boxing scene. This is a fight that the public have been demanding for years now between me and George. It's a grudge match, and we are legitimate rivals. It's going to be explosive. It's going to be no holds bars, exciting, fantastic, everything you could want in a fight. I know because of our styles. We are both exciting and offensive fighters, and we like to throw our hands. We're not afraid to get into a brawl. I believe that I have every possible advantage over George Groves coming into this fight, mentally, physically, spiritually. Every aspect of boxing, I believe I can outperform him. It's not a 50-50 fight, but I'm happy that a lot of the general public believe it's a 50-50 fight because it makes the occasion more exciting. So there's Chris Eubank on the fight. You know, he thinks he has the advantage. He thinks his speed will be a huge factor. His chin is solid, and he thinks he could outwork. He basically believes due to his speed, he's not going to lose on points. And he doesn't think he's getting knocked out, so he's got the fight. You know, that's it. The fight's already over in his mind because he's not losing on points. George Groves not going to outpoint him. He just doesn't see it. And therefore, his only chance is to win by KO. He just has to watch out for the George Groves that may languish a little bit on the back foot, snapping a jab. At long range, that's where you can sort of outpoint Eubank just a touch. If you keep him at long distance, throw that jab right hand, George Groves can be very dangerous at long range. That's where he hurt Carl Froch. And he still has that power. We saw him take out the dude Jamie Cox with a body shot. So George Groves still dangerous fighter, and this will be a really great fight. Looking forward to it. King Fight News. Let me know what you guys think about your prediction for Chris Eubank Jr. versus George Groves. It's gonna be an interesting fight. Let me know what you guys think about the World Boxing Super Series and who takes it home. Who's gonna win? Do you believe the winner comes out of this bracket? King Fight News. And smash like.